The Nerdgasm Talk podcast is brought to you by Spaces Philly. If you love podcasts, go to spacesphilly.com where you can check out Lulu and Pop, Both Sides, Turntables, Jump Thought Super Tongue, and the Nerd Coalition's very own No Gimmicks Needed. Visit spacesphilly.com today. And now, feel the Nerdgasm.
So, real quick, the Emmys is what you can expect. You know what I'm saying?
Are they still not giving?
Well, it was kind of bright.
It's still bright.
Yeah, it's still kind of bright.
Still no color.
No. I mean, we did have Cedric hosted, which was hit and miss.
Oh God.
And now here's the thing: before we go out there, people. First of all, Ted Lasso just destroyed the night. Literally, it was all Ted Lasso. There were, there are certain moments, stuff like that I did not follow. I know people was a little upset about what Seth Rogen said, but I'm like, why? He told the truth. And I'm like, there's always somebody upset with somebody who tell the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he came in and he was like, I don't really know why we're in here. They told me we was going to be outdoors, and I see everybody in here maskless, and we're inside. And I'm like, don't feel comfortable. And I'm like, even though we're all vexed, it's kind of like, let's get some air in here. And I was just like, you know what, Seth Rogen? Yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, I don't watch the Emmys like that too. I was very curious because Lovecraft Country and WandaVision had like over 23 nominations. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, they got to win one, right?
Did they win one?
No.
Wow.
Neither. Not because the whole night belonged to Ted Lasso, which I did hear was a good show, and Crown. I'm like, Crown is that series about Princess Diana, I believe it is, and Prince Charles and all that. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, okay.
Because I'm looking at the winners right now of the Emmys, and I have no comment.
Yeah, it's the same old stuff. I really tried to check it out to see if they was going to give somebody something, but not. I mean, there was a lady who won for outstanding director in a comedy series for Hacks episode "There Is No Line" by Lucia Antonillo. Mm-hmm. She won that one. Outstanding variety special pre-recorded Hamilton. I was like, y'all could have gave it to Chappelle, but I guess if y'all heard what Chappelle said, y'all probably didn't want to give it to him. Yeah. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So outstanding variety special Stephen Colbert's Election Night 2020. I'm not mad because I do like Stephen Colbert's. I watch his show. Then the outstanding variety sketch show. I was kind of hoping the Black Lady sketch show finally gets it, but I was like, no, Saturday Night Live won again. So
that
then
sucks.
Outstanding drama series. Now this was the list that they had. This Is Us, Pose, The Mandalorian, Lovecraft Country, The Handmaid's Tale, Bridgerton, The Boys, and The Crown.
There's
And let me guess, The Crown won.
The Crown won. I'm like, even over Bridgerton couldn't even beat The Crown. And I'm like, okay. I enjoyed the hell out of Lovecraft Country. Me and my mother was watching that joint every single. That joint was deep. Have you seen Lovecraft Country?
No, I have not.
Oh, I'm the only one. Y'all are doing yourself a disservice.
I haven't finished.
I have to watch it.
Yeah, y'all can't have Crane the Conqueror coming in tomorrow. Y'all ain't see some of Jonathan Major's best work yet. Because he's the one. Him and Letty Lewis, played by Jerry Clement, is leading that day. And Michael K. Williams is in there.
Yeah.
No, Courtney B. Vance. It is an all-star cast up in there. And it's great. It's like what happens when you mix Southern segregation and racism with horror and monsters and aliens.
You don't need any more horror, but
is that I'm saying? But that just ends it up. Outstanding supporting actor in a limited or anthology series. Who ends up winning this thing? I'm like, Evan Peters. And you would think it's for WandaVision, right? No.
No, for American Horror Story?
No, Mayor of Easttown. I said, what is that?
Yeah, I never heard of that.
So are they not are they just not going to address the underlying issue with what's going on with the Emmys at all?
Probably not. They're just with the Oscars. People watch more movies than they do TV.
I mean, it's. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Can I just come out?
I mean, go right here because I think your strongest word will still be light.
How can I put this? It's almost if they just don't care that there's lack of color when it comes to these award shows like the Grammys and like the Emmys. And they'll go on, and obviously people will go on and say, well, that's not true. Like, there are plenty of nominees who are of color. They just don't win. I'm like, but come on. Like, at some point you had to really give people of color their due when it comes to these shows. But instead, shows like The Crown, which The Crown is about the story about Prince Diana and Prince Charles and all of them, right? Like you just said?
I believe so.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, please let me know. But I believe so.
So here's my thing. The Emmys, isn't that American-made award show? Like, that was based off of us in the United States here, right?
Yeah, but now they have expanded it since Netflix and things is doing these series.
But it's American-made. It was based off American-made, though, right?
I'm guessing.
So what I'm getting at here, and I could be wrong, but you're telling me that of all the American-made shows that are over here in the United States, a show based off of the royal family from another country is more intriguing and winning more awards.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If it's about Princess Diana, then yeah.
Yeah, it's certain, like...
I mean, I understand how big of a deal Princess Diana was. I mean, no disrespect to the royal family. And no disrespect to Princess Diana's legacy. I followed her and familiar with what she has done in the past. But at the same time, I would like for it to just be more diversity when it comes to who's winning these awards, because it's the same thing.
Well, see,
like, it's just the same thing.
To me, the problem is not the show. The problem is the people that's picking the show.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go.
Yeah, the problem is when the people that's back there that's voting on these shows are kind of like people. It's kind of like us. We obviously never watched The Crown, but they probably never watched Pose. Mm-hmm. That's something that actually, Pose is something that my mother and my sister and my wife got me into.
Yeah, my wife got me.
Pose was really good.
Oh, Pose is great.
So, if I'm being honest, my disdain for Pose is based off of transsexuals, and and part of me just struggles that that these are that they used to be men, but now they're classified as
Don't
women.
worry, I'll help you out. Okay, what you're trying to say is, but don't worry, I'll say it for you. Is that these women are sexy as hell, but they men. I'm okay. I'm married. I'm okay about sexuality. I'm just saying, but that's what the thing is. A lot of men can't say that, but I'll say it for you. These transsexuals on there be like, damn, because they're so you be like, wait, that used to be a man, because there's some pretty good ones. There's some pretty obvious ones too, but there's some pretty good ones on there. So I get what you're saying, and just the storyline. Billy Porter is awesome. I still got to see his version of Cinderella also, but yeah.
That's just my struggle with watching a show like Pose. So, because my wife talks about it all the time, she loves it.
Yeah, Pose is great. But it's unfortunate like that in Lovecraft Country and The Boys and WandaVision, but they got all these good story arcs and good people that's acting in these shows that this form of thing is not being paid attention to. Because I just along with the POCs that like I said, action, superhero, horror, they don't get no love in this stuff neither.
That's true.
At all. Like I said, WandaVision been nominated for all these for these awards, and they didn't bring home anything. And then once again, it's like outstanding lead actor in a limited or anthology series of a movie, and everybody thought that maybe Paul Bettany got a chance of doing it as Vision, because Leslie Odom Jr. and Hamilton and Lin Miranda. Man, it was Miranda. I'm sorry, get tongue tied there. Hamilton's not really a TV show. It's just a movie put on Disney Plus.
Right. And
then it's just like, well, do you give it to Hugh Grant Undoing? But no, they gave it to Ian McGregor for Halston. It's like, this was Paul Bettany's chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, to actually to help put the superhero stuff on, on the map.
I'm surprised Elizabeth Olsen didn't get anything.
She got nominated, but that's about it.
Because she was fantastic.
You know what I'm saying? She got, and then like I said, Ted Lasso took everything. I'm like, Black has been on for like what 7-8 years already. Actually, more than that. You sitting there thinking like, yo, when is Blackish going to get its due? Because Blackish is great.
Yeah, and spawning other series. Like, I feel like Black is just the Cosby Show of today.
Yeah, and I like how it educates you.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not afraid to go out of the box.
So, yeah. So I just wanted to, just give my little short 2 cents. Like I said, don't expect too much Emmy diehard stuff here on this channel. Okay. Like I said, we just started a TV experience that we can't keep up with. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, let's definitely when it comes to the movies and the Oscars and stuff like that, I'll definitely give it my all in there. So, if you want to listen about the Grammys, you talk to turntables.